trip. How convenient that the Chinese Dynasty exhibition was on at the same time as the Melbourne Cup.
Please, Mr. Leung, you've just got to let Jackie go.
All right. I'll tell Brinkman to collect the horse. Anything to get her off the island.
See? Didn't I tell you he'd understand?
I hope you understand that she won't be coming back.
Yes! Mr. Leung, Miss Jackie's home.
Not anymore, Amy. As for the rest of you, if you think this touching little display of belated honesty gets you all off the hook, well, I'm sorry. You can forget about your little junket to Melbourne, and I'm sure when your parents find out what you've been up to, they'll agree with me.
Guess what, everybody? I'm not afraid of flying anymore. Was it something I said?
Goodbye, horse. Good riddance, Hermes.
Bye, Jackie.
We're going to miss you around here.
We sure are. I just can't believe we're never going to see you again.
Look on the bright side. No more 5 a.m. training runs.
Yeah, no more manure to shovel. When you think about it, what did we do before Jackie came?
Come on, girl. We better get on.
Goodbye, Jackie. I'm never gonna forget you.
Was Mr. Leung very angry with you?
I'm afraid so. Naturally, I've offered my resignation. With 4 weeks' notice, of course. Farewell, my friend.
She's going to miss you most of all, Mr. Andakis.
What? Who's going to miss me?
You don't have to pretend anymore. We know you know about Jackie.
We knew all along that you were Mr. Ahmed.
You knew. And you didn't tell anyone. Why?
Guess it doesn't really matter anymore.
So, my job, my truest friend, now my self-respect. How much more have I got to lose?
This week, Studio 3 kicks off the new year.
Sounds like a load of tripe to me.
Mashing the greatest, craziest, wildest and laziest
I love it.
hits of 2011.
Oh, I want to dance with somebody.
Wiggle, 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 yeah! And everyone is invited to the party.
We're Sam and Nick from the Jezebels. Hey, this is Anthony Khalil. Hey, we are New Empire. And
What a way to start the new year.
Very, very clever.
This week on Studio 3.
Dad says it's boarding school for us next term.
Gavin's bub sending him back to his old school in the mainland. There goes the band, and after all my hard work.
Jackie's qualified for the Melbourne Cup! Now we just have to wait for the barrier draw.
Good.
I just hope she's happy.
I hope they're giving her a green apple every morning. Jackie loved green apples.
Attention! I demand your immediate attention! By the authority vested in me as the base's new head of security, I am declaring this structure a condemned demolition site.
Kowalski!
It's Mr. Kowalski, sir, to you, Hermes, and speak when you're spoken to. You are to vacate this property immediately. As we speak, Mr. Cravat is on his way here to bulldoze the lot. For your own safety, this area is now off limits. Are there any questions?
Yeah. What do you use to clean your shoes?
Over the last year, there has been a very serious decline in the discipline and order amongst the young people of this community. I am here to announce that from now on, under my authority, things are going to be very, very different.
I have a question.
No more questions. You are dismissed. You will clear the area now. Chop, chop. Move it.
I'm sorry, Mrs. Mebbs. I appreciate your effort to speak in Hermes' defense, but my mind is made up. The children hiding a horse on the island is bad enough. But then to find out my head of security was aware of it and took no action is unforgivable.
Mr. Leung, with due respect, if you don't think Hermes can continue to carry out his duties here, then I'm afraid I can no longer stay either.
Are you saying you would resign, Mrs. Mebbs?
If it comes to that, yes.
Well, you'd better take that up with the P&C committee. I'm sure we'll all miss you.
I almost feel sorry for Hermes.
I feel sorry for all of us. Kowalski's 10 times worse than Hermes has ever been.
Mum says if Hermes goes, we go too.
And if they both go, then Jackie will go with them and we'll never see her again.
Grandad still owns a third of Jackie. Who'd have a say in that?
No, Mrs. Mebbs and Hermes own the majority shares. They just outvote him.
Only one thing for it. We have to convince my dad that he can't do anything without Hermes.
How are we going to do that?
We make Hermes indispensable.
Yeah, and for your next trick?
We prove Kowalski can't do the job.
That bit shouldn't be too hard.
Stupid, idiotic thing! Useless piece of garbage!
It's just a case of garbage in, garbage out.
What would you know about it?
I know how to log into the database for a start. Try this.
So, how did you do that exactly?
Someone with all your responsibilities shouldn't have to worry about all this computer garbage.
Right.
You need an executive consultant. Somebody with computer skills. Somebody to help you with sensitive issues. Somebody who, for a modest fee, could make your life a lot easier.
If I had this executive consultant, what kind of help with sensitive issues would I get for a modest fee?
Well, Hermes, for instance.
Yes?
He's supposed to be showing you the ropes whilst he works out his month's notice, right?
Yes.
Well, do you really think he's going to help you? Or do you think he's going to...
Make me look bad! I knew it!
Know your enemies. That is the first rule of executive management.
Right. And the second rule?
Easy. Once you've identified the villain.
Easy! So...
My executive advice would be, do the opposite of what Hermes tells you. If he tells you to go left, you go right. If he tells you to go up, you go down.
I'll teach him to make me look bad.
I'm sure you will.
Careful. Careful now.
What's going on?
Grandad's hired it to watch the cup. At least we might be able to see Jackie now.
You kids know? Brinkman reckons Jackie's going to start at 200 to 1, and I'm going to make a packet.
He'll get a third of the winner's prize too.
And what does Jackie get? Nothing.
It always comes down to money in the end. Trouble. Kelvin's helping Kowalski.
That'd be right.
And he warned him not to trust Hermes.
He told him whatever Hermes tells him to do the opposite. Well, we might be able to use that.
Not with Kelvin protecting him.
So we get Kelvin out of the way.
Yeah, but how?
200 to 1. Like you said, Gavin, it always comes down to money.
How much?
$20 to win.
Sounds risky. I'd have to pass myself off as over 18 at the betting window.
If you go over to Perth, no one will know you.
That'll take all day. What do I get?
A commission. 50% off the top. You see, the secret to training Jackie on the island was to push the odds right up. They're 200 to 1 at the moment.
$20 times 200 times.
Your share will be at least $2,000.
If she wins.
She will win. And just think, it's another $2,000 towards your car.
It's too risky.
He's not convinced.
He will be.
All I'm saying, sir, is Kowalski won't listen to anything I say. He just does the exact opposite.
Well, technically, Kowalski is now your senior.
Yes, but he...
We're in a transitional phase, Hermes. We all have to try and cut each other a little slack.
You know, when you bet, have a flapper.
You mean a flutter?
A flutter. So if Jackie's 200 to 1, how much are you going to flutter?
Who's Jackie?
Geraldine, that's private.
Being a part owner gives you a real edge, right?
What's this part owner?
Oops, sorry, Gramps.
It was just a little investment I had going with Brinkman. How was I to know he was keeping it on the island?
You own a share in that horse?
What horse?
Yes, if you must know.
But that's how you know Jackie's a dessert.
Which?
I think she means dead cert, Gramps. Well, is she?
You know me, I'm careful with me money. Would I invest in a dud? Would I risk one rusty zack for something that wasn't a 100% dead certainty?
100%.
Forget it, Harry.
What's the big secret? Why can't I know?
Forget it, PP.
I've got $2,000 saved in my car account.
Good on you.
Now, 10% of $40,000 works out at $4,000.
I know my arithmetic, Kelvin. And if you're thinking of asking me to lay a bet for you, think again.
I'm going to be 30 years old before I own a car. Have some pity, Gramps.
Son, you never lay a bet for another man, not even on commission. If the horse wins, they usually welsh on you.
Well, I'll put it in writing.
And if it loses, you make an enemy for life. Besides, if your mother found out, she'd kill me.
As Secretary of the P&C Committee, I thought it best to inform you that I'll be closing the school for the running of the Melbourne Cup.
Well, is that wise, considering
The
children...
whole country stops and watches the Cup, Mr. Leung. I see no reason why I or the children should be excluded.
For a horse race?
It's a tradition.
I must get going. I have a lot of packing to do.
Do you realise the school is going to have to close for good soon?
No, I didn't. Why is that?
With you and Denise Carney removing your children and Crystal going with Mrs. Mabs, won't be enough students to qualify.
Well, surely there are other options?
Unfortunately, some of us can't afford them.
But you're supposed to be working for me. Why'd you have to go to Perth?
Business, networking, it's all part of the master strategy.
I don't understand.
Look, I'll be back as soon as I can. Meanwhile, you just remember the golden rule. Whenever Hermes tells you to do something...
I do the opposite.
Ah, my main man.
It just really grosses me out that Kelvin's going to be able to buy his new car because of our horse.
Let's be positive. We're all going to win on this one.
Except Kowalski.
Except Kowalski.
The sitting duck.
Danger, no access.
This looks like the one.
Still all clear?
Yes, still clear.
I'll try Hermes' password. Bingo. I mean, what's first?
Sensor system.
Didn't do anything.
Kowalski, there's something strange going on with my door.
I'll be right there, sir.
Kowalski! There's something wrong with the sensor system. We should...
Oh, no, you don't. I'm onto you in darkest.
But I can fix it.
When I need your advice, I'll ask for it. Now, out of my way.
What next?
Fire alarm.
You can leave now, sir.
I don't want to leave, Kowalski.
You better go, sir! Now!
Okay, I'm out of here.
Oh, well, thank goodness for that.
False alarm, sir. I've advised the fire brigade.
Thank you, Hermes.
If you'd listened to me in the first instance,
thanks and darkest.
how do you expect to master a sophisticated security system?
Okay, Gavin, security alert. Confirm security alert. Okay, let's do it.
What now? Security alert in Sector 15.
Kowalski! Wait! There's some roads out there! The ground's unstable, that's why it's off limits! I fixed the door sensor, Mr. Leon.
I noticed. Thank you, Hermes.
I still think you should stop him, sir.
We've just spent a lot of money fencing off that access. Now, Kowalski's not going to just drive the Jeep into the swamp now, is he?
My beautiful Jeep.
There you go, mate.
$200?
It's going to cost you a lot more to fix that Jeep.
Well, if Mr. Leung isn't convinced by now, he's never gonna be.
Yeah, exactly.
Bad day, dear.
Don't ask.
I've just come from the PNC meeting. I'm afraid you're not the most popular person at the moment.
What now?
Mrs. Mabs is leaving.
And there's not going to be enough students to keep the school open.
Susan has already informed me of that fact.
It doesn't seem quite fair, James.
If we didn't have to go to boarding school,
And Mrs. Mabs would stay if Hermes does.
you've always said people should get a second chance.
Hermes has had more chances than...
James.
Maybe I've been a little hard on Hermes. I'll speak to him in the morning.
Useless. Worse than useless.
Don't be so hard on yourself, Hermes. I'm sure you have great value as...
No, not me. That idiot Kowalski. He's completely ruined my Jeep. Why can't Mr. Leung see that that idiot doesn't know the first thing about...
You stop your belly aching, Hermes. I've just heard. Jackie's drawn barrier 3. After tomorrow, you'll be able to have as many Jeeps as you like. Because we're gonna be... What?
Rich?
Hermes?
Barrier 3? Oh, that's good.
And?
We're going to be...
Rich! Rich! Rich!
Mercedes with a Lamborghini. Lotus. Oh, very nice. I wonder about all 3. I wonder if a Lotus comes with 4-wheel drive.
Hermes? Hermes, I've been thinking things over, and I wonder if we shouldn't reconsider.
What? You think a Lotus and a Lamborghini are a little pretentious?
No, I mean reconsider the possibility of you remaining on Circe Island.
Oh, thank you, sir, but don't you think a Lamborghini will be wasted on such a tiny little island?
No, you missed my point. Look, I think we all have to do what's best for the children, don't you?
True, sir. But the horse was my responsibility. And once she wins the cup, she'll be an even bigger responsibility.
Maybe we can come to some arrangement about the horse. Hermes, perhaps you don't understand. I'm trying to offer you your job back.
I understand, sir. Thank you, sir. Very kind of you, sir. But I'll get back to you on that. The Mercedes.
Hurry up! The cup's gonna start in 10 minutes.
All set?
I don't know, Mr. Brinkman. She doesn't seem herself.
Nerves. Horses get them too, don't you, girl?
I hope she's okay.
So, everything go okay in Perth? 200 to 1 on the money. Good. You just don't know how good, Gav.
Stay up front, Andrew.
Quiet! Quiet!
And they're lining
This
up
is
now
it.
for the start of this year's Melbourne Cup. that is right. Positions are clear. Draw number 1 is the big New Zealand gelding, Ice Coffee September. Next to him, the 2 West Australian mares, Mrs. Bissington.
There they are. It's Aaron and Jackie in the purple and light blue, isn't it?
We'll be over in a few minutes, girl. Apache Rain Dance is in with Heavenly Heartbeat just settling. They're ready now for the start of this year's Melbourne Cup. Rolling riders. And they're racing in the cup. Ice Coffee September jumps with them. Go, come on! On zone number 15, Confidence Street. Still trying to find his feet. Unhappy without you, got away with Warm-Hearted Welcome and Apache Rain Dance. Praise the Lord moving in behind towards the rail. Heavenly Heartbeat jumped okay, starting to perfect pretender. As they pass the post for the first time, it's Ice As they pass the 2,000-metre mark, it's My Stormy September ahead of Molly's Indignation. Further back, the challenge is on as the West Aussie mare passes Warm-Hearted Welcome to the favourites are 1 and 2 as they approach the 1,800-metre mark. Any possible favourites in Apache Rain Dance. Missing half a length ahead of Warm-Hearted Welcome on the outside. Then a break of about 2 lengths to Imperfect Pretender, closely followed by Praise the Lord in front of Confidence, Trickster and Breakfast at 7. Daddy Little Angel on the rails in front of Heavenly Heartbeat and Immaculate Fortune. Ticklish Predicament and Quasimodo's Nightmare falling further behind the field.
Where's Jackie? Isn't that her? Isn't she the one with purple and pale blue? They all look alike.
September. Come on, baby, yes, but Apache Rain Dance is fighting hard to hold on to fourth ahead of a Kowalski.
What's going on?
Missing link around the outside. She's nudged ahead.
You said the West Australian horse. That's got to be her, doesn't it? Sit down, Pee-Pee. It's just a horse race. What is everybody so upset about?
I'm sure Jackie was the purple and pale blue.
But here comes the West Aussie mare on the outside. She's coming home strong. She's pulling ahead of Impossible Daydream. She's a length in front with 20 to go. Turning. She's done it.
Very crumpy today.
Everybody quiet.
And the other West Australian horse, Mrs. Secret Weapon, never made it out of the barrier.
The other West Australian horse? What is he talking about? We won, didn't we?
No, that was Jackie that didn't make it out of the barrier. My sister won and we lost.
6, 2 and 9.
You said it was a dead cert.
No, he didn't. Granddad did.
Oh well, Kelvin. Easy come, easy go.
Come in, Hermes.
Sir, I was just wondering if now was a good time to get back to you about that arrangement.
Never a better time, Hermes. Sit down.
Hey, guys, wait up.
Hermes is staying.
What else did you expect?
It means Mrs. Mabs will be staying too.
And we don't have to go to boarding school.
But you haven't heard the best bit. Dad says Jackie can be stabled on the base.
It's government property and not part of the sanctuary, so it's allowed.
We'll be able to see her every day.
We have Gavin! Hey, there he is! Hey, Gavin! Jackie's coming back!
I know, Mr. Brinkman just called. She's going to be here tomorrow.
Is he very upset about her losing?
Not really. Not now that we know why, anyway.
What happened? What do you mean?
What? Remember when Jackie was going to be auctioned?
Yeah.
Well, it seems that she found herself a boyfriend. Jackie's going to have a fall!
My little mother, Fang.
I wish you wouldn't call her that.
Still no excuse for her not racing.
Some animals are more sensitive than others, Charlie. She didn't want to put a foal at risk. Isn't that so, Mr. Brinkman?
Could be right, Madeline. Well, let's pray for a colt. And when are you going to start training it? Might wait till it's born.
So this is a famous Jackie.
Babe?
Since you wouldn't come to Melbourne to see me, I decided to come and see you. So I hear you guys have got a band. Are you any good?